Here you go. March Madness is here. I'm going to give my predictions for every region, starting off with, or continuing with the South. Before we go, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Who do you think is going to win the March Madness tournament, and who's going to win out of the South region? So you got Auburn, who in my opinion is one of the best teams in the country. Obviously, they got that number one spot for a reason. They are dominant. They are in control. Yes, they did have some tough losses down the stretch, but they played some great teams. I'm going to take Auburn to win in that first round. Here's a game that's going to be very hard for me to call. Louisville versus Creighton. You have two really good programs led by two really good head coaches. I love the head coach out in Louisville. I think, he has that certain way of getting his boys and his teams ready to play. I'm going to take Louisville to beat Creighton in that matchup. Then you got UC San Diego versus Michigan. I think I very, very much so appreciate how good Michigan is this season, how good they can be. Those two 7-footers there are insane. They need to make sure they don't become complacent inside their system, and they need to continue to rotate and keep other teams guessing, because when they become consistent in their game plan, they start to be easily exposed. They start to easily be it's easy for you to see what you need to do to stop them. You saw that against Purdue early on in the season. But regardless, I'm going to take Michigan to win that game. You got Texas A&M versus Yale. Give me Texas A&M to win that game. And I don't think it will be close there. Then you have Ole Miss versus San Diego State or UNC. This is where it gets dramatic, because UNC, yes, they are a team that some people don't think should have made the tournament. Me personally, I think they probably shouldn't have. Being a North Carolina native, being been to a couple of UNC games this year, I'm going to take UNC to beat San Diego State. I'm going to take UNC to beat Ole Miss. Simple as that. We know that those 11 seeded teams are very good, and they can become very, very interesting at times. So I'm going to take UNC to make the tournament and to beat Ole Miss in that first round. Iowa State versus Lipscomb, I think. Lipscomb, sorry. I'm going to take Iowa State to win that game. Marquette versus New Mexico State. Marquette, again, head coach there is great. They need to, really show up now that March is here, and I think they will beating New Mexico State in the first round. You have Michigan State versus Bryant. Michigan State, very, very good basketball team. Love the culture there. Love some of those players there. I am excited to see how far this team can go this year, because, that second round matchup against Marquette will not be easy for Michigan or Michigan State. And so they're going to have to be very, very, detailed, controlled, dominant there. So I'm personally going to take, obviously I'm going to take Michigan State to win that game. But looking at that next round, Michigan State versus Marquette, that's where the confusion for me happens, or starts anyway. So, what do y'all think? I'm thinking Michigan State's going to beat Marquette, but they're going to win by 5. I think that game will be very close. I think we've seen Michigan State, go up and down the season. Same with Marquette. And so, yeah, I'm going to take Michigan State to win that game. Iowa State versus North Carolina. I'm going to go for the upset. Give me, here's the issue with North Carolina basketball. North Carolina basketball, they have guards. They have no bigs. They have no 3, or they have no 4s or 5s. Let's be real. If they could have been seated better if, Withers wouldn't have, stepped, had a lane violation. But regardless, I'm going to take UNC to beat Iowa State in this game. UNC just needs to be disciplined in their defense. They need to be disciplined in making shots, and they just need to play some good basketball, and I think they will. So I'm going to take I'm going to take UNC to win that bracket. You got Michigan versus Texas A&M. I'm going to take Michigan. I like Michigan a lot this season. I think Michigan are a team that people are going to be very shocked by. And so give me Michigan to win that game. And then you have Louisville versus Auburn. I think this would be a dog fight, but I'll ultimately take Auburn to win that game. Auburn's going to go against Michigan. Give me Auburn. UNC are going to go against Michigan State. Give me Michigan State. Then we got Michigan State versus Auburn. That's going to be a great game. I'm going to take number 1 Auburn to win that game. Let me know what y'all think about in the comments.